Marba, my friends, today I'm super excited because we're going to be talking about 5 Turkish customs every foreign spouse must know to avoid embarrassment. Now, if you are marrying or maybe you are married to a Turk or just moved to Turkey, you've probably noticed there's so many things that actually are different or maybe they do different here. Like, why does everyone keep actually wanting to maybe to kiss your kids on the street or offer something to them? And also, why do they serve tea for 24/7? And why does my mother-in-law even keep coming or maybe showing an announce? Don't panic, I'm here. My name is Phoebe and I'm an expert married to a Turkish proud for quite some years, and today I'm sharing my 5 Turkish custom you must know to avoid awkward moments and win over your Turkish family. So without wasting any time, let's dive in, guys. Now, rule number 1, it is Turks take hospitality seriously. We're gonna be talking about the art of Turkish hospitality. If a neighbor offers you tea, saying no is like insulting their ancestors. I learned this the hard way when I refused to take maybe a second cup of tea, and my mother-in-law gave me the side eye for weeks. Okay. So one thing I have to tell you is always accept at least 1 cup of tea, even if you are full. And they normally serve the black tea without milk most of the time. And if someone visits your home, overstock snack, like just give them tea with some snacks, all of them, and with nuts. Trust me, running out of chai is a national emergency, and you can actually, if you don't offer them some tea, you're gonna be in talks or in trouble. Why did she not give us some tea? So just be yourself and make sure that you're stocking a lot of tea. Okay, tea leaves actually to make tea. So that's the first one, and I will want to hear from you. Have you ever visited a Turkish home? How did it go? Did you drink some tea or coffee? Mostly tea is served most of the time. Okay, now let's move on to the next custom that I have seen a lot in terms of cheek kissing and also greetings, especially when it comes to kids. Turks love a lot of times, especially the ladies love to kiss the cheek kiss, like a small kiss on the cheek, especially to the kids, even to the adults, especially if you have known them for quite some time. So cheek kissing aren't just for royals, they are a Turkish must. But here's the catch: start with the right side. Okay, left cheek first, especially if you are meeting someone, maybe you a family member, or maybe someone you really someone you know. You start with the left cheek side for the greetings actually. Then you look like a confused person. Also, maybe all the relatives expect a hand kiss, maybe sometimes. So my first attempt looked like I was like trying to wrestle with my father-in-law's hand, like just awkward moments practicing their greetings, especially with the elders. Like there's a way they normally kiss, maybe they normally greet their elders, especially if you are like maybe you are the in-law, or maybe you I don't know how to say, but just know that they have these greetings whereby you can greet your elders, not the same way like you greet the other people. Okay, so and also if you are a lady, you don't just start kissing men or maybe adult men. You have to give them respect. In most cases it is ladies to ladies, and if it is elder people, there is a respect they normally give. Okay, so be very careful. Okay. Now let's move on to the next one, which is family comes first in Turkey. I have seen a lot of Turkish families who are actually into the family thing is intense. Sundays dinners aren't just optional, they are mandatory. Like you cannot miss in one family or another having a family get together, especially on Sundays. Sometimes my husband, we have a lot of things to do, or maybe he is almost like a lot of things going on in terms of work, but at least every Sunday we sit down and just have some, even if we don't invite everybody, we invite our in-laws, our mother-in-law, our sister-in-law, my father-in-law, and we just have a family thing in terms of actually cooking and serving the food. Normally you serve and then invite them when the food is already done, okay? And they really want to engage with you in terms of actually just visiting, or maybe you're gonna see them coming for just to sit down and have some tea, some coffee, all those time, like a lot of time, okay? So if you're a foreigner, you must find this culture very different, especially if you consider your time, and if you are running some things, errands here and there. Finding some time for the family can be really tricky, especially for those who are working, okay? So you have to bear in mind family comes first, and you have to invite them. You have to go to their places to visit, for tea, for breakfast, for dinner, stuff like that, okay? Now let's talk about something I have learned, the power of high roll soon, okay? Now this phrase is your Swiss Army knife, like bought a new car, tell a person high roll soon. Got married, tell that person high roll soon. Even if you are just holding a shopping bag, someone will say it, okay? It means may it bring blessing. Use it liberally. Turks will think you are a cultural genius once you start using this word. I once said it to a guy buying meat. He actually hugged me. Really, he actually like wanted to hug me, like to greet me, and like it was a blessing. And at first I thought maybe it is just a normal word they normally say, but I had to understand that this word has a really deep meaning, like it is a blessing when you tell someone. So if someone buys something, if you're a Turkish member buys something, try to tell them hayırlı olsun, okay? It means, like I said, may it bring blessing, okay? Now my last, maybe not my really last, but I think this is it's gonna be the last one in terms of respecting religious tradition. I'm married to a Turkish family who were actually Muslim. I'm a Christian, and I really respect their culture as well as they respect my culture in terms of actually religion wise. We do not force each other to do certain things. For instance, they do not force me to be a Muslim. This is something that I have talked over, and I cannot insist, like if you are getting married to a family that are Muslim, then they have to understand and accept you and respect you as well as you do the same thing. Now, even if you are not religious, respect the traditions, their tradition. Right now we are in Ramadan, and avoid eating in public because this is so bad, especially for those who are fasting. Remember, they normally fast, I think, for almost 1 month, and when people are fasting they do not eat, and it is so bad when you actually just go and start eating anyhowly in front of them. Can you imagine how they do feel? It's not right. Now, when you are visiting a mosque, if you are a lady, try to cover your head and shoulders. Don't just go with empty shoulder or maybe just like that. It is a religious place. My first Ramadan, I accidentally drank water in front of my fasting colleagues, and let me tell you, there was some silence that I noticed, and they were like, it was not a nice thing, okay, because I did know. But right now I am a place whereby I know some of these things, so it is just a matter of learning the basic and actually showing that you really care, even if you are not into religious thing. Tell me guys in the comment section, have you ever been in a religious or maybe in a country whereby they are practicing not your religion? How did you handle it? Okay, now I'm gonna leave this video for today here, and let's talk about if you are actually Maybe if you're wondering if you could get more information when it comes to actually these cultures and stuff, I'll try to link some stuff in the description so that you can actually grab them and actually read by your own. I know there are so many things that we need to talk in terms of actually religions and stuff like that when it comes to foreigners who have never been in Turkey, or maybe you are a foreigner getting married to a Turk. There's so many things we need to learn together, and I hope I'm gonna find time to actually bring them to you. Otherwise, if you have loved this video, you want to hear more about Turkish culture, Turkish religions and stuff like that, and traditions, please do me one favor and like this video, share to a friend who is into Turks, and let's celebrate together. Let's learn together these cultures so that you avoid some embarrassment and awkward moments. I wish you all the best, and I'll see you next in my next videos. Bye bye.